Welcome, ladies and you boys, too. I'm Aravero here as always, and here is Arcology, our Shattered Savannah Buffet build palette experiment. Yay! Um, Over there are the three buildings that I've already built, and they are really cool. I like them from almost all angles, but this week, this episode, I decided to come up here and build on this great big flat spot because one of the things that's bugging me about these particular builds is that on every one of them I've got those little bits that are cheated as are indicated by our little bits of white carpet down there. So I want to come up here and build something that I can build the whole building on the blocks, following the terrain, like I've been saying I was wanting to do with this. For the purpose of this build, I'm going to ignore this piece of high ground. I'm not gonna flatten it. I'm gonna leave it there. What I was originally thinking I wanted to use this spot for was a sheep farm, but I don't know for sure if I want to do that anymore. But anyway, what I have just done in between episodes, obviously, I use obviously all the time, and it may not be obvious. I have placed these white carpets around the edge that we're going to follow, and I have also marked off what is the beginning of this. These acacia blocks mark the beginning of what will be our smooth, our stripped acacia wall. It must be storming. Look how dark it just got. These will be our smooth acacia wall along here, and then around this way until this corner over here we will have smooth stone, and around this way we will have this concrete block or whatever we are calling that, um, and then I'm just realizing as I'm looking at it that is going to be a great big massive wall of stone brick, and I probably don't have anywhere near enough stone brick for that. So this interior wall is going to be well, I'm going to use this and this as a wall to define this space, right? So the height of this one and the height of that at the top is going to equal, but inside it's, yeah, okay. So anyway, apparently I need to get busy building some things. And also, if you've just noticed, I've spent 2.5 minutes, whoops, walking around and pointing at things. So, um, if you all actually like walking around and pointing segments in the it it in the videos, I need you to put into the comments WAAP. Okay? Otherwise, I'm going to avoid doing these kinds of segments. Okay? All right, I'm going to build some walls. I'll be back. All right. I done builded it. It done builded it. Hi. I really like that. Okay. So this is what we have. So right now, from over here, it looks like a beast. And I'm suddenly wondering what it looks like from the bottom of the hill. Let's find out. This would be a really good place to have an elytra, but since I don't have an elytra, let me do this first. I noticed while I was building that this corner here, right here, that's basically the same idea as how we wrapped the acacia around on this one here, because the corner block was on the same plane as that section and that section. So I need to switch this out for acacia logs in that particular spot. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can't reach all the way down to strip that. All right, blink, blink. All right. So that is going to be just a little bit better looking from that way. And again, we have some seriously large chunks of the stone brick stairs. So what I was thinking was that I also might want to, do I have enough for this? Yes. Replace this wall here with the stone, or the acacia, the stripped acacia logs as well. so that this won't be as large of a chunk. Plus also, that part of the building will be visible from over there. So, if we ever build this far, so as long as this system for building these particular buildings is in effect, there probably should be an acacia wall here. Um, and I want to talk about the words, the words rule. Haha. No, I have used the word. I'm gonna get down there and get that back. The word rules of the build in the past, and I've never been happy with the word rules. And that's just recently come up again in a conversation that I was having with someone in the comments. I don't like the word rules for this purpose. I'm trying to convey the idea that there is a system to what I'm doing with this build. There's a thought process. There's some. I don't know. See, this is the problem. I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is I'm trying to convey. The idea that there's like in this case, I'm just kind of making things up. Like for the follow the terrain thing, I'm making things up kind of as I go along. But at the same time, I'm also trying to think of a system that's going to make building things when you're following the terrain something that can be done in the same intuitive way as, like, say, for example, some people build using a 5 by 5 grid system, and they get some really amazing things from that. And I'd like for this that we're doing here with Arcology to go toward something that is as applicable as that system. So that if you want to build, where you plow the earth, you can go with your 5 by 5 grid, but you have some other applicable system for using if you wanted to just follow the terrain like this. So we're going to experiment with some things. And so what I'm experimenting with right now is basically this particular pattern. I have some other ideas that I've tried that are just a little harder to calculate and think through. Okay, let's go down to the bottom of the hill. I might need to find a less fast way down. I had to go all the way over here to even be able to see that from down here, which raises the question of height or elevation for these builds. These three over here have ended up being the same height, even though this one's actually taller than the other two. And that's basically the same height as one story. The question is, do we want to have tall buildings on top of these lower hills? Like over there, when we build over there, it might make sense to have a really tall building to reach up to that elevation there so we can build onto that. But I'm not sure if it makes any sense here to have really tall buildings on this place that's kind of flat on top. So if you all have any ideas about, like, how we should figure out how tall each individual building should be, that would be helpful because I have none. So leave a comment if you've got any ideas. I do think that I want this to be a little higher because I want it, otherwise it's just going to be too much of the same. I'm going to make this taller even though it doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to do that and be back. I hear him, but I don't see him. Where's your dudes? Where's your dude? I swear he's inside something. He's like right here. Oh, there you are. Let me help you out there. Oh. Hi. I was nearby when you got hurt, but I'm not responsible for you getting hurt. Well, from down here, I'm in a boat, so I can look closer. From down here, I'm going to have to add a lot more height. I've already added a full another floor of height onto that. I'm going to need to add a whole lot more height to that to make it visible from the very, very closest. But, again, I say I'm not sure that makes any sense to make it that tall up there. All right, this looks like it's going to be about right. If I come all the way over here, I can still see the peak of that building, and there's not real we don't really know what's going to be in between the lake and that building overall, like when we finish, when we build everything that I want to build, follow every contour, but at least we'll be able to see that building above it. Okay, so about that height, that is 3 stories high, but the stories are just a little bit more open interior wise than they have been over here. So it's a that's 15 blocks, whereas this is a 12 block, 3 story high building here. So that is about where I'm going to do. I'm just going to make the inside ring of that up to that height. And then let's see what it looks like after that. All right, so this is what I've got now. As I said, I've just pulled up the inner ring to that about 15 block height that is on the inside. Yeah, this is about 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's about 15 blocks. Um, this is something that's interesting. Look, I've got this white line cutting across this acacia line right here. Um, I don't hate it. There is a lot and a lot and a lot of white over on that side. So we'll have to address that. And I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with that. So we'll have to take a minute to think about it. And then, what does we look like? What do we look like over here? Uh, um, I feel like something's wrong here. Shouldn't I have... Okay, so... I've got this feature here. I don't hate it, but it feels like it's wrong because I was expecting there to be white on both sides of the... I was expecting there to be some of the white brick somewhere connecting to the acacia. Welcome, lady. Well, you did that part already. I have been flying around this building in spectator mode. Y'all should know I do that sometimes. And trying to decide what needs to be done as far as the color of it, to change, like to break up these big gray walls and to break up this big white wall. And basically, what I've decided is I really kind of like it where it is. I think, yes, there are some places that are big white expanses. However, like for example, this one doesn't have very much space that is flat. And when you put in windows and other decorations like are on the other roofs, I think that'll take care of it. And the gray is kind of the same way, you know. It's, yes, it's big and expansive, but I think maybe it'll take care of it if I just go ahead and do the stuff like the rest of them so that it's consistent. So I'm going to go gather some supplies and we'll start working on the decorations of this thing. Okay, so I am standing inside this inner ring of this building, the tall part, and this is the short part, obviously. Okay, obviously. Oh, I know why I had slabs. I know why I had slabs. I actually have a thought. Okay, so we have an elevation change here, but this is all the same building, right? So I can actually, I think this one time, get away with putting a floor here. Yep, inside. And I compensated, I made that wall outside that way with that intention, right? Okay? Hey, 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 hey! No double stacking the slabs. That's not how that's supposed to work, right? Okay, so then for that I would need stairs down here. Okay, so outside of the house, outside of the building, out here, like this level I think might be patio or garden or in some way associated with this building. So like there's the inside of the building. Does this even make sense? Do you ever have that idea? It's like, oh, it makes perfect sense. I'll just fix the level, the difference in level right now by putting in slabs. Because that makes perfect sense. But is this the inside of, is this part the inside of the house? Is this the garden? Is this out here? I think I maybe was actually thinking walkway, you know, like almost like a road. Still, I still have problems with my my world not being there. That's really annoying. Okay. Um, let's go with this for now. And another thing that I've been doing consistently is looking for the little notch place, like this spot right there, and that's where I'm going to put my ladder so that I can get up. I hear a llama. At this distance, I should not be hearing the llamas that are down in the cave. So, does this mean I have a new traveling salesman? I shouldn't be hearing a llama right now. Oh, there he is. Well, at least his... Yeah, there he is. Okay. I have a ladder now, so I can make... I've burned off an entire day. I've burned off an entire day, and he's probably going to go invisible by the time I get down there. That's going to be really annoying. He's going to be invisible by the time I get down there. Yep. Are you, like, inside the wall? Because it really looks like he's inside the wall at the moment. I'll show you something. Okay, I'm in the upper floor of our first building, right? And I've got these rails here, but there's a gap right there that I can jump out. Oh, and I can also jump back into it if I'm really good at parkour that day, which apparently not today. Okay, I should also take 2 seconds and mention or show things that I haven't done before. Oh no, I'm walking around and pointing. Okay, I've been using the andesite walls and the now there's a wall in my way, stairs and stuff, to start to try to line out, well, like the foundations of the buildings and paths and stuff. I'm not sure how I feel about just using the andesite stairs and slabs, but I probably could use the polished as for texturing and stuff, because everybody knows texturing is important. Please tell me he's still here. Here he is. Okay, you are not in the wall, but the ponies are tied to the wall. What? Okay, cactus again, purple dye, birch tree, sapling. Actually, these are exciting. Cyan dye, and tropical fish. See, I don't run away. Look, what is this leaving as soon as I talk to you thing? It's a bit rude, really. It is. I see you're deeply affected by people telling you that you're rude. Yeah. I'm kind of the same way, so I can't really blame you. So hello? Hello? You know, that's sort of my house. Where do you think you're going? Here, let's talk for a minute, okay? Let's just talk for a minute. I was just thinking that I don't know if I've actually bothered to check the trades again after having traded with one of these guys. Did they get more trades or not? And because I've actually traded with one, but but yeah, that one is not here. So, like, Tinker, I haven't even traded with because I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to buy all these woods. Okay, so I'm going to buy this birch sapling just for the purpose of seeing if it will open up new trades. You all tell me later if you think that we can get away. No, 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 don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Dude, I wasn't done with you. He didn't make sparkles. And he didn't open up any new trades. Okay, so we have a birch sapling. Your llama gets the idea. You know, you have to, like, accept a little bit of hospitality every now and again. Okay, birch sapling. Emeralds. Don't need those. So, as I was saying, I usually put the little ladder in here, and I don't think that I've gone through the basic principle. Ooh, that's going to be a bit of a tight fit. That I've been using to decorate these builds. So, excuse me. I figured I'd walk through it just so that you all know exactly what it is that I'm doing so far. Okay, I have to cheat and look because I don't remember. Okay, so I have trapdoors. Trapdoors go on top of the acacia. Huh. Sometimes you think you, like, have really, really strict rules, and then you look at it, what you've done again, and it's rules. I'm using the word rules again. Okay, like patterns, systems, themes, whatever, and then you look at it and you're like, really? I was letting myself get away with that? At least I do that. Okay, so we want to put a trap door there and there. Oh, doesn't that just blend in really nicely right there? There and there. Ah, up, and then they get picked up like that. All right, so the trapdoor part goes all the way around on the stone brick stairs, and then over stone brick, stop. It's not even stairs. Okay, fences, and the fences go all the way around on this, right? But if there's a diagonal line like that right there, this is I'm gonna need a floor. Can I have some floor back, please? I need some place to walk. This would be our little roof backslash well, it's the floor of the ceiling. It's the floor of the roof, but it's the roof of the floor. Wait. This is a floor because I'm gonna walk on it. How about that? There is diagonal line right there and there and there. So all these gaps. That'll be fun because later when I have an elytra, I can just jump off of any of those points and don't have to go to a separate one. But anyway, like that. This is going to not be very safe over here though. 2, 3, and one more over here. So there's just going to be this one little pole here keeping me from falling to my doom. We'll have to think about that. All right, so that's the basics. I'm going to finish the ceiling decorations and put in a roof, a top. Yeah, a top. And the same thing down there. Are you stuck? Are you not able to leave because your llama was being uncooperative? Poor thing. Well, I think I lost that bet. I now have bad proportions. I don't like. This is not tall enough. The top part is not tall enough relative to the bottom part. If the bottom part stays like this is too much of a horizontal line that is going. It's just too much of a horizontal line. So that needs to be broken up. So, and I'm going to assume that the same thing is true on the back side where it was always just a little bit too white and big, except I can't see anything because of this tree. Move, tree. You know, I saw some videos on YouTube today that were talking about this 3D version, but I didn't think it applied to me. I thought it was a thing I was gonna have to like go look for if I was interested in, and I'm just not that interested in 3D stuff. I guess Mojang fooled me. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Ah, this thing, it has some good qualities, and that 2 pieces, 3 pieces of dirt up there has got to go. This has got some good qualities, and I don't like the acacia railing up there, especially not on this gray side. So, as I'm out of time for this episode, I'm going to call it here. I'm going to think about what I want to do with this build, and then we'll be back in the next one. Aridoodaloo! Toodaloo! Well, here we are at the end of the video. I can't believe you made it this far. Well, if you've never been here before, don't hit that subscribe button. I mean, come on, the commitment. We hardly know each other. But I'll invite you to go ahead and check out one of my other videos so we can get to know each other better. Click one of these buttons. If you've been here before and you still haven't clicked that subscribe button, well, I wasn't talking to you anyway.